All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Lynn Kinst. I'm the Executive Director of the Hemophilia Council of California. We want to welcome you to our Advocacy and Policy webinar. Tonight's topic is Speak My Language, Understanding Health Insurance. So just briefly wanted to introduce you to the Hemophilia Council of California if this is the first time you're joining us. Our mission is to improve access to care and treatment options in order to advance the quality of life for people with bleeding disorders through advocacy, education, and outreach in collaboration with our founding member organizations. So really the council focuses on health policy and health care access. We deal with a lot of insurance issues, which is why we're going to discuss that topic this evening. So without any further taking up any further time, I want to introduce Michelle Rice. Michelle Rice is a patient champion and a consultant. You may remember or know her from her previous role with the National Hemophilia Foundation. And she is also a hemophilia mom and a patient. And so we look forward to your presentation this evening, Michelle. So I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you. And thanks to everyone who is joining this evening. As Lynn said, I am a advocacy consultant, but first and foremost, I'm a hemophilia mom and a patient myself. And I have been around for a long time, experienced a lot of the changes that have happened in health insurance coverage over the last few decades. We won't say how many, but I think that, I always like, and I always think it's valuable to give yourself a refresher each year before your open enrollment periods begin, just to remind yourself of what the different terms mean within the insurance plan, what types of insurance plans there are out there. As hemophilia patients, many of us didn't have the ability to, choose amongst a variety of plans like we have had the ability to do now with the ACA. So if we want to go to the next slide, I'm just going to kind of share with you some of the descriptions, some of the basic, definitions. And then, again, as Lynn said, I welcome any questions or, comments in the chat. Health insurance is such a broad topic. I could probably talk on this for you for 2-3 hours and never get to your question. So it's important for you to share with me if you have a question and I haven't addressed it yet. So just basically health insurance, is sometimes referred to medical or healthcare coverage or healthcare insurance. It just refers to insurance that covers a portion of the cost of a policyholder's medical and pharmacy costs. How much is covered depends on the insurer, or if it's a self-insured plan, which we'll talk about in a little bit, will depend on the employer. How much the policyholder, which would be you, pays via copays or deductibles or co-insurance, again, depends on the details of the policy itself. We have, you've heard the saying before, the devil's in the details. That's the reason that I think it's important for you to understand the terms and conditions, know what things to look for in your policy so that you make the right choice. So it is, and I always start and end my presentations with this, it's critical that you read your policy options closely to ensure that you're choosing the right plan, because in most cases, once you get into a plan, you're in it for the whole year. So you won't be able to change. Next slide. So first, it's important to understand that there's various types of insurance coverage, and it's important to understand which ones are available to you. Tonight, we are not talking about public plans or kind of who I have in the other category, but I did want for you to see this. Tonight, we're going to be talking about private plans. Private plans are plans that you may receive through your employer, maybe through the marketplace there in California, or in some instances, some people choose to just go directly to an insurance broker and try to obtain a policy. That's called getting it on the individual market. The other two types of plans are, public plans, which for you all, that's Medi-Cal, CCS, GHPP, that's where Medicare sits. And then also there's other coverage, VA insurance or TRICARE, tribal coverage. Luckily in hemophilia, we don't run into too many patients that don't have coverage anymore.
Want to thank our sponsors as well, who make this webinar series possible. And just thank you again, Michelle, for joining us tonight, for all the great information. And thank you all for sticking with us as we went a little over tonight. I hope that you found it helpful. Please do reach out to the council if you have any follow-up questions regarding your individual situation. We will do our best to connect you with the right people who can assist. I can always reach out to Michelle, and then we have great relationships with the folks at NHF and HFA, and the links that we talked about tonight, we will be sure to send out in our follow-up email as well. And the video will be available after we do a little bit of editing. So also wanted to thank briefly or say congratulations to Angel and Liz. Those are the community members who won our raffle tonight. So we'll be reaching out to you guys about those gift cards. And again, thank you all for joining us. And thank you again, Michelle.
No problem. Thank you. Everybody
have a good night, everyone.